1. London. As the capital of capitals deftly negotiates the uncharted, perilous terrain of a post-Brexit and pandemic world, it does so atop our ranking for the 9th straight year. London still reigns over all global cities. Despite crippling COVID lockdowns and economic devastation. Despite Brexit. Despite a war in Europe. The city is more indomitable and part of the global discourse than ever. From the Queen's death, to last autumn's chaotic drama at 10 Downing Street that finally calmed down with Rishi Sunak becoming Prime Minister, only to take heavy local election losses this spring, London is rarely quiet these days. No wonder that, through all this tumult, the eyes of the world were fixed here more than on any other city, save for maybe Kiev, reminding everyone that London is spectacular and it's been a really long while since they visited. Not that the city's promotion engine was waning. London tops both our overall livability and lovability indices, leading all global cities in the Instagram hashtags. Facebook check-ins and TripAdvisor reviews subcategories that in part comprise the latter. Finally, dozens of newly opened and equally daring hotels await, none more exciting than the urban reimagining of the Art Hotel, with its 164 art-inspired rooms on the top levels of the recently reopened Battersea Power Station. A mid-1900s husk that today is stuffed with shops, restaurants, cinemas and a theatre. Or the Oval Raffles in the old War Office building in Whitehall. It's the first time the neo-Baroque building, used by the Ministry of Defense until the 1960s, will open to the public. 2. Paris. Paris attacked the pandemic not only with its doctors and healthcare workers but also with its urban planners. Just in time to welcome the world for the 2024 Summer Olympics. But first, who's up for a dip in the Seine? A lot of city leaders talk about learning from the pandemic, but La Ville Lumière is actually walking the walk, going all in on those hard lessons and their applications to molecular urban change. While the face of Paris's pandemic evolution is Mayor Anne Hidalgo and her aggressive empowerment of self-propelled mobility, from a citywide speed limit of 18 miles per hour introduced in 2021 to the promise of 435 miles of bike. 3. New York. The greatest city in America is urban recovery writ large, with a dizzying roster of new shows, hotels and parks, and record real estate prices. But the Big Apple is always worth the price of admission, especially in these glory days. NYC between 2020 and 2022 was a ghastly reminder of the vulnerability of even the colossal and seemingly all-powerful. We saw here what awaited other cities across the US and globally, first in its hospitals, then in its all-hands-on-deck recovery. Today, NYC is also the urban recovery writ large, sniping haters who declared that the big, vibrant, cheek by jowl city experiment was finally over as the urban exodus intensified in 2020 and vacancy in the city's coveted real estate hit double-digit. Were quickly silenced by the rebound. The mid-pandemic 50% drop in real estate sales shot up to the highest ever median rents in Manhattan 2 years later. In brief, when it's your turn to America's best city, do yourself a favor and make time to see the phoenix rise from above. There are the classics, like the Empire State Building and the top of the Rock. 4. Tokyo. The futuristic metropolis is tapping its ancient feudal roots by investing in street-level livability and resident well-being, in the wake of the Olympics. Despite earthquakes, tsunamis and typhoons, Tokyo has long held on to its top spot as one of the most livable metropolises on the planet, quantified by its top 3 global ranking this year. Young kids playing and walking to school unattended, a pre-pandemic mind-bender for visitors to the world's largest city, is a common sight once more after 3+ years of lockdowns and intermittent school closures. Singapore. The Lion City whets travelers' appetites with remarkable dining and shopping. Emerging from its origins as a free-spirited trading port, Singapore has undergone a remarkable transformation to emerge as one of Asia's most modern, well-organized and captivating urban centers. Tourists in Singapore can immerse themselves in two favored local pastimes: shopping, which ranks number 11 globally, and, of course, eating. The retail choices are staggering, from haute couture to electronics. From the countless shops adorning Orchard Road to the 24-hour, 6-story Mustafa Center, the culinary landscape lives up to its number 14 restaurants ranking, buoyed by the popularity of the beloved spicy white pepper crab and the sweet. Capturing a photograph from the colossal rooftop infinity pool of Marina Bay Sands, poised to expand further with an additional 1,000-room hotel tower and a live entertainment arena, has become a symbolic ritual. On the opposite shoreline, Merlion Park, with its metallic, surfboard-like head, offers an even more iconic perspective. Dubai. Lavish, luxurious and lively in equal measure, Dubai continues its epic ascent on the world stage. To a large part of the world's population, Dubai is the Vegas of Arabia, a place that takes pride in turning every notion previously held about the Middle East on its head. No wonder it ranks number 8 in our attractions subcategory, crammed with never-ending malls, aquariums, indoor ski parks, dancing fountains, fantasy theme parks and Disney-fied water playgrounds that pay homage to Hollywood. The focus now is on the city's 2040 urban master plan, as set out by Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid, vice president and ruler of Dubai, which calls for developing a 20-minute city allowing residents access to San Francisco. The Golden City has been deeply wounded economically by the pandemic, the lack of affordable housing. Despite San Francisco's meticulously documented challenges, job opportunities and infrastructure build-out pave the way as the world continues to rush in like it always has. Local leaders are rolling out the most daring bike and pedestrian infrastructure in America, and the protected bike network now boasts 464 miles of bikeways, including 50 miles of new car-free/car light streets in the past year alone. The aggressive pursuit of outdoor public spaces, from downtown's new Salesforce Park, 70 feet above street level atop the roof of the Salesforce Transit Center, to the half-dozen parks, tunnels and spaces opened last year in the Presidio alone, including Presidio Tunnel Tops, a 14-acre park built over the Presidio Parkway highway tunnels, was a clinic in city building opportunism that will pay dividends for decades. Barcelona. The defiant Catalan capital is as coveted as ever. The difference post-pandemic? It has taken a breath and is welcoming the world on its own terms. Barcelona threads the needle as one of the world's rare cities that ranks top 10 in both our overall livability It has near-perfect weather year-round, more than 3 miles of golden sandy beaches within city limits, iconic parks, striking architecture and diverse. 9. Amsterdam. The smallest city in our top 10 is taking back its streets, led by visionary Mayor Femke Halsema, literally visionary. She's also a filmmaker, the first non-interim female mayor in Amsterdam's history. Mayor Halsema's administration is showing a practical stewardship of the place, and citizens, once abandoned to the tourist Euro, that's co-authoring a future of accountability by everyone who calls the magnetic Dutch capital home. Take last year's approach to a refugee accommodation crisis that led to hundreds of unhoused migrants, many fleeing Russia's invasion of Ukraine, sleeping outside the cities. Overflowing resource centers accommodate more than 1,000 on a moored cruise ship for 6 months, buying vital time to find other arrangements. Seoul. Riding the Hallyu wave, Seoul has firmly established itself as a global pop culture powerhouse. In the land of kimchi, K-pop, K-dramas and K-beauty, Seoul is at the forefront of modern culture with many distinctions, home to BTS, the biggest selling band in the world. The place that spawned Parasite, the genre-bending Best Picture Oscar winner, the city anchored by Gwangjong Market, featured on Netflix, frequented by Gordon Ramsay and a favorite of U.S. politicos. Seoul's popularity as a travel destination is ascendant post-pandemic, too. In 2022, it ranked as the 4th most searched destination on Airbnb globally, and in 2023,